Oh, hey guys, it's Chris here from Snowy Joey. If you can see the screen, you should see a screen up there that's got a URL, snowyjoey.com.au/check-in. Yeah, if you can just go to that URL now and just let me know that you're on the webinar. Yeah, that'd be cool. Um, yeah, I hope you guys have all had dinner. It's like around 7 o'clock now, 7:01. So I just had some spaghetti bolognese before that my brother made up. So yeah, as you guys come on, if you can just go through to that link that you can see there on the screen, snowyjoey.com.au/check-in, and I'll just check to see who we've got on. So yeah, just again, guys, if you're just coming on, just go through that URL there, snowyjoey.com.au/check-in, and yeah, I'll get underway shortly in about 20 seconds. All right, cool. I'll move over to the presentation now. So I'll just share my entire screen with you, and move over to the presentation. Okay, cool. So on this webinar, I'll be showing. I'll just hide this for a moment. Just hide this. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm going to be telling you guys about the Snowy Joey Business Mentorship course during this webinar. And I'm going to be going over how to build a six-figure snow cone stand business, even if you have no idea where to start or how to run a business, and the strategies that we use at Snowy Joey in our business when we run our snow cone stands. So yeah, who is this for? This is for parents of Year 12 students graduating high school this year, parents who want to teach their kids to learn real business skills and build a great foundation for them becoming young entrepreneurs. People who want to start a fun family business, people who want to run a successful business and give back to their local community at the same time, and people who want to earn an excellent second income. So this is what you're going to learn on the webinar. First of all, how two ordinary people in Toowoomba made over $1,500 in one day while donating $200 back to their local community at a small touch football carnival. Two, why I'm mentoring young entrepreneurs to build their first successful business. 3 steps you can take to run a highly profitable snow cone stand. And then information about the Snowy Joey Business Mentorship course and how you can join, the cost for that, and also the course outline and what it all involves. So first of all, I just wanted to show you guys, I guess, a few pictures of here's me in the media, so a few different places. One here on the left, that's the Courier Mail that we're in at the end of last year. On the right hand side, that's Brisbane Business News magazine, where someone came around to our premises. We're based in Brisbane North at Bald Hills, and they came around and took a photo there. And then there's more here, like just the local paper, Australian Anthill, an online business website, entrepreneur news, and Flying Solo there on the bottom right. And so yeah, this is kind of how we got started. The business was founded back in 2006, just after I finished high school, and I was attending university. I was studying business management at University of Queensland while selling snow cones on the weekends. So in between assignments, I'd call up local clubs and schools. I'd try and dedicate at least 1 to 2 days per week to calling up and emailing different sports clubs and schools to try and get into events with my snow cone stand. And then after 2 years, I graduated from the University of Queensland with my business degree. I got a full-time job, and I still kept selling snow cones on weekends. And then in 2008, um, I got fired from my job after 3 months, and then I just dedicated 100% of my time to Snowy Joey and selling snow cones. And there's a picture just there on the left you can see of me at my first ever event. Our setup's a lot different now, but that's what it was back the very first event in 2006 in February. So the turning point was when I brought on my mum. My mum's part of the business. Her name's Roseanne, and she started handling all the business operations. We started bringing on more corporate clients. We built relationships with hundreds of local clubs and schools, pretty much to be their fundraising vendor of choice. And we did that by marketing consistently for over 5 years, and built up the systems over that time to be really successful at getting into really highly profitable events. We started attending 5 to 10 events per weekend, putting smiles on kids' faces and raising money for our local community. And you can see on the left a picture there of a kid who bought a snow cone at I think it was a small rugby league carnival we were at. And so where are we now? At the moment we have over 400 customers. We have 4 full-time staff, 1 part-time, and 10 casual workers. And we've been published in lots of different news outlets like Courier Mail, news.com.au, Brisbane Business News, and Sydney Morning Herald, and lots of others as well. And we've also been 2 times My Business Awards finalists as well. So I guess here are just some funny pictures from our events. So it's a lot of fun sometimes going out to events and selling snow cones. So there's me on the top left just doing a handstand with a snow cone out at S State School for one of their inner-house athletics carnivals. In the middle there, me and a mate drove 6 hours to go to the Roma Cup races. We were selling snow cones at the horse races at Roma. There's me at the Great Duck Race on Brisbane River. I bought a ticket for a duck on the Brisbane River. Unfortunately, didn't end up winning, but we sold lots of snow cones on the day. And then on the bottom left there, there's me holding a boombox, a blue boombox. So we're at the Metropolitan District's Netball Club for a netball carnival, and we took along the boombox to play some beats that day. And so yeah, now I'll just go through, I guess, the different people involved at Snowy Joey and who you might talk to or see around. And so yeah, here's Roseanne, my mum, the operations manager. This is myself, the marketing tech guy. There's Matt, my younger brother, the maintenance man. He's studying engineering at university at the moment. Gibbo, our customer happiness hero. Jay, another one of our customer happiness heroes. And Snowy Joey, our break-dancing kangaroo mascot. And so, I'll just go back and say, yeah, here's a case study of someone who's come on board and been involved before we had this business mentorship course. We were under a different arrangement where we're doing profit share with people. And so Debbie and Melissa, they got a snow cone stand, and they're based in Toowoomba, in Queensland, and they said at our very first event we sold 318 snow cones with total sales over $1,500 at a small touch football carnival. We donated over $200 back to the club. It was win-win. So yeah, that was a really great result for them on their very first event, selling that many snow cones and making that much sales at their first event. So that was really good, and they got to also donate money at the same time back to the club, so it helped out the club they went to, the small touch football club. And so here's just some of our customers. I'll just go through a few of our customers that we have at Snowy Joey that we attend events for. So one's Australia Zoo on the Sunshine Coast. So this event was the Zoo Run charity event. And another one of our customers is the Queensland Reds. And so this event was a Reds fan day, and you can see on the left there, it's got our result from the day. So on the day we sold over 200 snow cones and over $980 sales, and donated back over $100 back to the Queensland Reds that day. Here's another one of our customers, the Cliff Dolphins. At this particular event, it was an NRL trial, the Broncos versus Cowboys NRL trial game. The sales were over $2,700, so a really good result that day, and we sold over 320 snow cones. And yeah, the more money we make, the more money the club makes. So the club made $287 from us being there that day, so a really good result for the club as well. And so I was just going to give you guys a rundown of, I guess, the profit margins on snow cones. You probably knew they're pretty good, but I guess just to give you, so you know exactly what it is. So just in general, this is what supplies cost. To make up a snow cone, there's really just four ingredients: straw, cup, syrup, and ice. And then the quantity there, usually straws you'll buy about for 5,000, you'll buy for $50 if you're buying in bulk, and then cups 1,000 for $40, syrup 2 liters for $15, and I broke it down to the unit cost. So it's just $50 divided by 5,000, and you can find the unit cost. So for one $4 snow cone, the price of the straw is only 0.25% of the total cost. The price of the syrup's 3%, ice 4.25%. If you add up all those numbers, it's less than 10% the cost of the snow cone, that what it costs you to actually make it. So the gross profit margin on a $4 snow cone is over 90%. So based on just the previous example where I showed you guys of $2,742 sales, this one here, you'd make over $2,400 gross profit. So the amount of money you'd put back in your pocket and you'd make on the day would be over $2,400, just based on like the gross profit margin is being over 90%, because it's such good profit margins, especially when you compare it to other sorts of businesses. These sort of profit margins are pretty much unheard of. And so here's a few of our other customers. Another one of our customers is Bunnings Warehouse. This was a Christmas event. You can see there Batman there getting his snow cone, a blue snow cone. So we're just handing out snow cones for free at one of their events. So the Bunnings Warehouse hired us for this event. And so it was 153 snow cones, 186 fairy floss, and no donation because it was a hire event. Here's another hire event. It was Zups, a car sales event, holding new cars sales day. Sales are over $500 here. Another one of our customers is Griffith University. So Griffith University, a number of their campuses hire us all the time for their different events, and this was the Nathan Campus Show Day they were holding, and the sales on that day were over $1,000. And we hand out over 400. We hand out 400 snow cones that day. So a really good result. You can see there's a massive line for people lining up all the way back across the footpath. So a really successful day that day. And another one of our customers is Nudgee College, a big school in Brisbane. This was the Nudgee vs Terrace Rugby League Day and Football Day, and the sales on this day were over $2,700, and the snow cones sold were over 460, and we donated $278 back to the school. I guess I'm just going through a few of our customers, and just to give you an idea of what's kind of possible, because you don't usually get to see this, like the exact results that you can get by selling snow cones at different sports events. We've also attended hundreds and hundreds of other local Aussie clubs and schools all around southeast Queensland, and you can see there are lots of pictures there beneath there, lots of kids holding snow cones and fairy floss, and lots of different events we've been at. So why am I mentoring high school graduates? So the reason I decided to run this business mentorship course now is because I want to create the same highly profitable business I was able to start when I was 17 for other kids. And so my goal is to really, I guess, try and help young entrepreneurs learn, have fun, and make money in their first business. And so I'm kind of in a good position to do that because I've actually done it myself. And so the reason you should be interested, I guess, is because there are hundreds of events every weekend all around Australia with the same sales potential as the events I just showed you. And I'll be teaching 10 kids at the start of next year the exact systems I've created for 8 years to get into these events and be successful in their first business. And I'm in a good position to do that because I've actually done it myself. Our business has been running for over 8 years, and we've attended so many different events over the years. And so I'll just run you. I guess you guys already saw these before at the start, so I'll just quickly go through these. These are just a few places we've been featured in the media. So local newspaper, Courier Mail, Anthill Magazine, Flying Solo, Micro Business Community, Brisbane Business News, Young Entrepreneur section, and this is the particular one I wanted to show you guys. Was it was about this time last year, where the Minister for Child Safety sent us a letter, because at that stage we reached a milestone in the business where we donated $100,000 cash back to local clubs and schools. And if you just look on the screen there, you can see what the I just took a snippet out of the letter there on the left, that you can see what the Minister for Child Safety said there. So yeah, if you just take a look at that and read that, just while I grab a drink. So you can see there what the Minister for Child Safety said. And so I'll just go through the next slide, and it says here that, if I just go back here again, so yeah, it was at this stage last year that we reached a milestone donating $100,000 cash back to clubs and schools from all the events we'd attended. And so at the events we attend, in general, we'll donate 50 cents per snow cone we sell back to the club or school that we attend. So the business, although it makes good money, it's also about giving back to the local community. So we've also given back a lot of money back to our local community through all the events we've attended. And the great thing about the business is, the more money you make with your snow cone stand, the more money you make for other people and the clubs and schools you attend. And so we've also been 2 times My Business Awards finalists for Best Startup Business and also Best Growth Strategy Business. And so now I'm just going to take you guys through, I guess, 3 steps to running a highly profitable snow cone stand, so you can get an idea of what's involved and what you need to do to run a really profitable snow cone stand. So step 1, event research. 2, contact the market. And 3, attending the event. And so step 1, event research. I've broke it down pretty much into 2 broad categories, and one is $500 plus events. So these I'd classify as being sports carnivals, junior presentation days, school fetes, and school inner-house sports carnivals. And the other categories, like I'd say $50 to $300 events, and that's like markets, small festivals, sports club sign-on days, and senior home games. There are exceptions. You might do really well at one of these $50 to $300 events, but in general, we've found that generally you don't. Generally, those $500 plus events are the most successful. So we try and stick to those. And so the goal on step 1 is to try and research those $500 plus events on the internet, and then start reaching out to the organizers of those events, which is involved in step 2. So step 2 is contacting the market. And so number 1, you'll find out who the event organizer is or who you need to contact on the committee. Then once you find out who that is, you'll present your offer, and then number 3, you'll follow up. And so the goal here is just present an attractive targeted offer to the decision maker and follow up consistently, which a lot of people don't do, and I guess they just don't have this, they forget, or they just don't have the systems in place or know how to create those systems to follow up consistently with organizers, because organizers are busy and they're volunteers, so it's not always easy, and so you have to follow up consistently, and you have to have a good offer as well. So that's kind of the goal in step 2. And step 3 is attending the event. So you just need to, it's all about kind of being prepared. So you're just asking questions and seeing, once you get into the event, how many kids are going to be expected at the event, so you know how much supplies you need to take, how much ice you need to pack into your car, if there are any special directions to access the setup location, so beforehand. What's the arrival time that the event organizer would like you to get there, and so the goal is just to be prepared and be professional, so the event runs smoothly. And so that's the 3 steps to, I guess, running a highly profitable snow cone stand. I just a general outline of all the steps. And so the Snowy Joey Business Mentorship course that we've put together is it's a 3-month 3-month intensive course, and we've kind of we've baked all like the best principles and all the systems that we use in our business and the strategies that we use, and how we go through those 3 steps I just showed you. We've boiled that all down into a 5-module training course that kind of teaches you exactly what you need to do to get into the highly profitable events. And as part of the course, so everyone will get one fully branded snow cone stand. You'll get the 5-module training course, which will take you through the whole 3 steps. And in the next slide, I'll show you what the 5-module training course will have. There'll be 3 1-hour one-on-one coaching calls with me, so 1 per month, to make sure you're on track all the time and actually getting into events and doing the right things, and 3 group coaching calls, and so everyone will, or 10 people, because it's only going to be I can only accept 10 people into the course. There'll be 3 of those, so everyone will get on a call at the same time, and I'll answer any questions people have during the group coaching calls. And so the courses are going to start on February 2nd, 2015, and it'll be for 3 months. And so the difference between, I guess, us and anyone else is that we train you, and so we give you a fully branded, compact, and an easy to set up snow cone stand that's been proven and we've developed over time, like over 8 years. But the real advantage, I guess, is the training we give you. So 100% of the sales and profit will be yours to keep. We're not a franchise, so you never have to pay any franchise fees or royalties. Also, we're not a license, so you'll never be locked into having to buy supplies just from us, which I think is a really bad business model. And what a lot of other people do is they'll charge you for the equipment like $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, and then they'll make you sign a contract where you need to buy their syrups or certain supplies you need to buy off them all the time. And making people buy supplies off you doesn't make sure that the people are successful. It's just a way for the business to make money. So we don't run that model either. So yeah, the benefit you'll get from going through the course, you'll get the 5 modules training course, like running through the step-by-step marketing strategies we use to finally get into big events, and you'll have one-on-one mentoring to make sure you're successful through the whole process. And so the training course, the 5 modules, this is how it's kind of broken down. So 1, I'll be going through like the only 3 tools you need to make $500 per event. 2, how to find profitable events. 3, how to find the event organizer's contact information. 4, how to contact the event organizer about the value your service can provide to their event. And 5, the 1 strategy you can use to automate bookings for your stand every weekend. And I'll also be putting together a bonus, I'll bring together a template that you can use to track, manage, and build your business into an asset you can sell for double or more later. Because I think that's an important part of it, that you need to always make sure you're keeping track of your leads, your customers, and the results that you have from the very start of the business. So I'll be including a template for that as well, so that down the track, if you ever want to sell the business, you have an exit strategy there where you'll have built up your customer base and you'll be able to sell the business for more later. And so using all the strategies in the course, we were able to get all of our customers that I showed you at the very start, where I went through all the different customers that we have. And so here's another case study. You might have seen Andrew's video on our website. Andrew said, I made $540 profit in 1 day at an under 7 football carnival on profit share. So in the past, before we had this business mentorship course available, we were doing profit share with people. So people would have a snow cone stand, buy a snow cone stand, and they'd make 50% and they'd give us 50%, and we'd give them all their events to attend. And so Andrew was doing that, and he made $540 profit. So the amount of money he actually made in sales was $1,080. But yeah, his actual profit was $540 on that day. And yeah, Andrew said, from day one, by either phone call, email, or text straight away, I get responses. The Snowy Joey support is great. So yeah, we're all about making sure that Our support's really good, and you can always get in contact with us if you have any problems. We'll always be there to kind of help you guys out. So I'll just go on to the next slide. And so, yeah, if you wanted to, I guess, be like Andrew or be like Debbie and Melissa, the two case studies I've shown you guys, this is kind of what you'd need if you want to do it yourself. You'd need to source and buy everything. So here's a list of all the things you'd need. So like snow cone machine, machine base, tables, table banner signs, sneeze guard, syrup bottles, speed rack, cup box, syrup box, eskies, two eskies, a bin. On the next page, there's more. There's drainage bottle, deep cycle battery, battery charge, umbrellas, umbrella stands, blackboard price sign, blackboard, a snow cone here now sign that you can put up where you're at your event, so people come over to your stand. Just point of sale signage that you need to get designed and made up and put on the stand. A trolley, t-shirts. And then, yeah, just other small things as well that you probably don't even know that you need, like just straw container, a stainless steel ice pick, because the ice can stick together sometimes, business card holder to put out on the front, water spray bottle, plastic jugs, non-slip mat, first aid kit, tea towels, glove container, syrup pourer container, syrup pourers, pencil case, bum bag, ice scoop. So, yeah, just lots of different things that you'd need if you're to do this all yourself. And you probably know if you've looked around and looked at different supplies, you probably know that in Australia anyway, it's really disjointed. You can't find everything all in one place. So if you do try and do it yourself, it can cost you anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 investment, just trying to source and buy everything yourself. And then plus that, you've usually got shipping, because you need to ship things in from different places. Because you can't get everything in one place in Australia, and then you've got all your time that you spend looking around and to see what's best. But yeah, with the program that we're running, you'll get everything that I guess I've listed in all those slides. You'll get it all in one package. And so the picture that you see here on this page is the exact snow cone stand that you'll get, pretty much exactly how it looks there. So everything you can see, like the flavors on the front, the flavor signs, the pricing signs at the top, the point of sale signage, the table banner, everything you see there, you'll get. And there's also lots of other stuff you can't see that's underneath the table, sitting under the table there. You'll get everything, so you can just start selling snow cones straight away. And so, yeah, here I guess are some of the advantages of the stand that we've created. And we've developed it over the years. It's slowly evolved. But yeah, number one is that it's battery operated. So the snow cone machine, you can take it anywhere. Another advantage is the crystal clear machine base. So you'll see there it's completely crystal clear, and so you can get 360-degree view of the ice shaving. And we designed the base of the machine ourselves because that's how we wanted it and how kids like it. And then it's really compact, so it's only 1.5 by 1.5 meters, and you can transport it in any standard car. There's no big van or mini truck needed, and that's a really big advantage because a lot of people, they'll have a van and they'll need to actually buy a van or buy some sort of mini truck or buy some sort of station wagon just to be able to fit all the equipment in the car, and then to access the setup location at events, it's often hard. So for example, at a swimming carnival, there's not much space at all. So having a really small setup means you can get in a much better location to set up. So that's a really big advantage of having something small and compact, but still, really attractive. And then, it's fully branded, so you won't need to pay a sign shop to design and get signage made up because you'll have like a fully branded stand. The other thing here we've got is this is just the crystal clear snow cone machine base that we designed. So you can see there on the left, there's a picture of our snow cone machine base. You can see the ice really clearly. And on the right hand side, you can see that's the standard machine that if you've done any sort of research online, that's the standard machine you can find on the internet. And you can see there's like aluminium all around the outside and around the edges. And so it's kind of really unattractive. So we designed this completely crystal clear snow cone machine base, and because kids really love the 360-degree ice shaving experience. So you'll have kids coming up and looking, and they'll be able to see like the ice being shaved in the snow as it comes down from the machine, and so it's really cool how it's been designed. And yeah, you can pack the setup into just about any car. So these are the cars that we've packed it into before. A really small Daewoo Lanos, it fits into that. A Daewoo Nubera, it fits into that. A Porsche 944, like a sports car there, we packed all the equipment that you saw on the photo into that car. So everything fits inside there as well. And you can even see the boot on the back is like slanted downwards, and so we're still able to fit everything in, even though that car's so small. And then yeah, RAV4, we fit it all into that as well. So it can fit into just about any car, which is a real advantage. You don't need to go buy any special car to do this. And so yeah, I guess I was just going to show you guys the learning curve and what I guess most people find when they first start out. I guess when you first start, like me, when I first started, I saw a massive line for people lining up for snow cones at my school sports day on a Saturday, and there was a massive line of kids, and at that stage I thought I really want to get into that and do that, like they're so successful. But what I didn't know was it's not that easy. You can't always get into really high-paying events and really successful events, and you don't really know how to. It's really hard. You don't know how it all works. And so you can see there my first 11 events. These are my first ever 11 events I've listed here on the right. And you can see the first ever event I made $32.50, and I gave a $3.25 donation back to the club I attended. And then yeah, $55, 80, 10, 68. When I made $127 on like my sixth event, it was like a triathlon. It was really early in the morning. I got up at about 4:30 a.m. I think the event ran from like 5 to 8 o'clock in the morning. It was like a triathlon, and I was really happy with that. I made over $100. But yeah, then later on, yeah, 160, 102. 67.50, and on average over those 11 events I made $79 per event, and so I didn't really know how to get into the good events. So there's a really big learning curve here, because you can see I just listed out all of our events for August 30 and 31st 2014, so just this past weekend. These are our sales for this past weekend, and so you can see the 11 events that we attended on August 30 and 31st was 119, 148, 310, 1550, which is really good, 196, 679, 682, 1400 over 1400, 480, 1050, and $1,515. And so on average, over all those events on that weekend, we made $740 per event. So it's like almost 10 times the average. We increased it. So I guess you can kind of see just from this that if you just start out and do it yourself, it can be really hard at the start if you don't really know what to look for and what to do. And yeah, at the same time, you won't make as much money, but you also won't be donating as much money back to your community, because if you're not making a lot of money, you can't donate as much either back to the clubs and schools you attend. So I guess that's just to give you guys an idea, a bit of a comparison, and also just to give you an idea that not every event is going to be really, really successful. You can see in our list of events, we had some really, really good events on this past weekend, but there were also some that weren't as good. So there was two at the top you can see. One was $119.50 and the other was $148 and 5 cents. So at some events there are certain circumstances that come up, or the weather might not be as good, or the setup location might not be as good. It might be indoors or something like that. I think one of those events was indoors. There are different conditions and things that come up that means you don't sell as many snow cones on the day, and so yeah, you need to be prepared for that. But at the same time, it's possible to make really good money at some events. So the next slide is just kind of a recap of the course. So you can see there, that's everything you get. I've already gone over that. And then yeah, the next slide is just the pricing for the course. And so if you're just in the Google Hangout chat, if you want me to show you guys the pricing for the course, just type buy to see the pricing for the course. I'll just hop out of the presentation for a sec just so I can see the Google Hangout chat. I'll just go out of this. Go back into my chat, see if I can open the chat here. All right. Okay. Yeah. If you just type buy in the chat, and then yeah, I'll show you guys through the pricing. So I'll just give you guys like 10 seconds. If maybe you can't see the chat, you might be on the other page I set up. But yeah, it looks like there's a few people. Buy. Okay, cool. I'll just go back into the presentation. Okay. Yeah, so the pricing for the course is $997 per month for over 12 months, or just one-time fee of $9,997. So yeah, I tried to make it as affordable as possible for people. I know that if you try and look and try and source your equipment yourself, it can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. And I also know that like there's a lot of other businesses out there. Like if you look around, they usually charge like at least 15, 20, 25,000 just to be able to get, and they'll just give you the equipment, and then you just have to do everything yourself, try and figure it out. And you also have to buy supplies off them. It'll be compulsory to buy supplies off them. So they'll be able to charge whatever they like. But yeah, with this, I guess I'm going to be giving you guys the whole entire strategies that we use in the business, how we get into events, so you can replicate that and be really successful in your first business. Plus all the mentoring. So I'll just go on to the next slide now. So if you pay $100 deposit before the webinar ends, I'll also throw in these completely free. So I'll throw in these 4 bonuses. One is $500 worth of free supplies. The other one is 3 extra 1-hour one-on-one coaching calls with me. The other one's lifetime access to the course content, and the other one's lifetime access to the Profit Share Partner Program. I'll just go through those now. I'll just close this little box at the bottom. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this is the page here. So bonus 1 is $500 worth of free supplies. So yeah, if you I'll give you guys a link in a second that you can go to if you'd like to purchase on the webinar and pay a deposit of $100. But this is the first bonus you'll get. It's $500 worth of free supplies, so including things like snow cone syrups, cup straws, and other goodies, all supplied for free, so you can get your stand up and running straight away. So if you're not based near us in Southeast Queensland, then obviously things like cups, which have a high volume, it wouldn't be viable to send like a massive cup box and ship that to you. So we'd help you out with sourcing cups locally where you are, but you'd get all the other things that are really easy to ship, like the straws, the snow cone syrups. Plus there's other things that we use in the stand to make our stands more profitable, like sour balls and sour sprays and things like that you'll get all those things. The other thing is bonus 2, 3 extra 1-hour one-on-one coaching calls. So yeah, you'll get to have 3 extra calls, and just to, I guess, make sure that you're on track and making progress every single fortnight. So yeah, you'll end up having 6 calls in total, one-on-one calls, and so 1 each fortnight, just to make sure that everything's on track and that you're getting into events. Bonus 3 is lifetime access to the course content. and so you won't need to worry about being restricted access to the course content after the 3 months. As I update the content over time, you'll get unlimited access to it. So in a lot of courses, you'll go through the course and then at the end, you just get locked out. You can't access the content anymore, so you just have lifetime access to the course content, so you can go back and review it at any time. Bonus 4 is lifetime access to the profit share partner program. And so if you're based around Southeast Queensland, this will be a massive advantage for you. You won't have, if you don't have an event to attend one day. So for example, you might book your own event for Saturday, but there might be on Sunday you might not have an event, but in that situation you'll have access to a full list of our available events, and you'll be able to choose any you want to attend just on 60-40 profit splits. So you'll get to keep 60% and you'll just send us 40% of the sales. And so that's a really good option if you don't have an event on one day to attend, and you'd like to go out with your snow cone stand to an event. You could just choose one of our events, and so that'll be access. The access is only limited to our students. We don't give access to that to anyone else, so you'll be able to get that as well. Lifetime access to the Profit Share Partner Program. So if you'd like to be involved, all you have to do is go to this link. It's just snowyjoey.com.au/buy. It'll just bring up this page here. I've just got a screenshot here on the screen, and you just have to enter your details like first name, last name, email, and your credit card details. And yeah, by doing that, you'll be able to get the $1,000 plus in products free as a bonus. And it will be, the deposit is fully refundable, because by paying the deposit, you don't automatically get involved in the course. There's an application process where I'll send you through an application form, and you'll just fill that out. It's just a short form, because I can only accept 10 people into the course. So if there's a lot of people applying, it will be refundable if you don't get accepted. But I'll just go through the steps that we take. So yeah, once you go to snowyjoey.com.au/buy and pay a $100 deposit to reserve your spot, then I'll send you through a short online application form to apply, and then yeah, I'll personally process all applications, and you'll hear back from me within 72 hours. And so that's kind of the process that we go through. And then if you're not successful, then we just refund the $100 deposit. And so I'll just go through to the next slide. And so yeah, just questions now. So some people have asked me, like, what if I want to get started right now and not wait until the course starts in February? So yeah, we thought about that, and that's easy. So you could just pay now. You can get the stand, the snow cone stand, and you just take the course in February. So on February 2nd, when the course starts, you take it then. But if you'd like to pay now, either the 12-month option or the 1-year option, then you'll be able to get the stand, and you'll be able to start going out to events and start selling snow cones at events you'd like to. And then when the course starts in February next year, you'll be able to take the course then. Another question is, why is the course in February and not during the start of summer? So one is because high school graduates finish at the end of November, so it's just a good time to give them a bit of give kids a bit of a rest before coming into this, and so then in February they can get started. And also another big factor is that when you compare summer and winter, most people don't know this, but winter is actually 3 times better. Like, we sell 3 times more during winter than we do in summer, and that's really counterintuitive. You wouldn't think it's that way, but yeah, the reason why it's like that is because kids' participation in winter sport is a lot higher. So sports like rugby league, football, netball, things like that, they have much higher kids' participation rates than summer sports do. And kids is really the target market and who really buy the product. So yeah, so it's a really good time to start. February's when all the club, like all the seasons start, like rugby league, football, netball, all those seasons start in February. So that's why it's a really good time to start then. And so what can I expect running my own snow cone stand. And so yeah, let's see what you can expect by running your own snow cone stand. So you can expect a stand that looks like this. You saw this picture before. You can expect snow cones that look like this. There's a picture of a kid holding a massive snow cone with some sour balls on top. You can expect lines that look like this. And you can expect have happy customers that look like this. So this is a picture I took at one of our in-house athletics carnival that we're at. And there, yeah, you can see all the happy kids there lining up for snow cones. So that's what you can expect. And yeah, I guess I just want to know, did you guys learn something new on the webinar? And so yeah, just yes or no, were there at least 2 actionable things you learned from this webinar? If so, just type yes in the Google Hangout chat, or if you're on the other page where it's got the Facebook comments on the bottom of the page, yeah, if you could just leave me some feedback and just type in if you got 2 actionable things out of the webinar, and let me know what it was. And yeah, just give me any feedback that you have, so I can just make it better, and maybe improve next time. So just type that in the comments, and I'll check that out in a sec. And now I'll just do question and answers. So if you guys have any questions for me, you can just stick those in the chat or in the Facebook comments. I'm not on the page of the Facebook comments right now, but I'm just going to go out and check the Google Hangout chat and reply to any questions. So you can just stick those in the Google Hangout chat if you have any questions for me, and I'll answer them now. If you're interested and you'd like to get the 4 bonuses that I mentioned and run your own snow cone stand, then yeah, you can just go to snowyjoey.com.au/buy to reserve your spot. And you can also just call our operations manager as well. That's my mum, Roseanne. Her number's there on the screen. It's 0433 617 299. Or you can email me directly, and my email that is just there at the bottom. It says chris@snowyjoey.com.au. So either of those is fine to reach out to us. So I'll just go out of the presentation here for a second and go back to the Google Hangout chat. Okay. Right. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just stick them in the chat there, and I'll answer any of those. I'll just give everyone about 20 more seconds for any questions and answers. If you don't want to ask any questions on the actual webinar, then yeah, you can just ask us on the email or over the phone. So just give everyone 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just flick them through to me on the email, or just call that number. Call Roseanne on that number. But yeah, thanks a lot for attending the webinar. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you guys later.